kingabraham2. I know I was gone for Raw's vlog, and I was gone for main events vlog, and now I'm here for SmackDown's vlog. So that obviously means I'm gonna do a triple vlog. Unfortunately, the computer's been acting slow, and I finally just got a chance today. So, let's review what happened on Raw. Um, so what happened was, it started off with Ryback defeating David Otunga, and then after that would be the match between Fandango and Kali, but Fandango refused to face Kali, and because he didn't pronounce his name right, it's so stupid. Anybody could pronounce it right. Just Kali is sort of stupid. Alright, and then we had R-Truth defeat Damian Sandow by countout. Um, Undertaker made an appearance, and he demanded his urn back. But CM Punk would come up on the Titantron, talking about how he's gonna beat him, playing with the urn, like throwing it behind his back, like throwing it everywhere, and then he dropped it. But the ashes didn't fall out. I'm sorry, the ashes did not fall out. And then after that, we had Team Hell No defeat Primo and Epico in a tag team contest. And we saw Alberto Del Rio take on Cody Rhodes, and he did defeat Cody Rhodes. After that match, um, Jack Swagger would come, and he'd sort of go after Del Rio, and after that, he would go after Ricardo Rodriguez and break his ankle. I hope Ricardo gets well. We have the Celtic Vipers, or as everybody else calls them these days. Sheamus and Randy Orton versus 3MB. They would pick up the win. Um, they would pick up the win off of them. Next we had Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston. Um, it seemed like Kofi Kingston had everything well in hand, but his losing streak would continue as Dolph Ziggler pulled off a win. So after that, Team Hell No came out again, and they challenged Dolph Ziggler. I'm sorry, one second. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So, they would challenge Ziggler and Biggie Langston to WrestleMania, and AJ is asking them if they would do it for the tag titles, and they agreed. So it will be Team Hell No versus Biggie Langston and Dolph Ziggler at WrestleMania for the WWE Tag Team titles. After that, Barrett had to defend his Intercontinental Championship against The Miz and Chris Jericho. Seemed like everybody had their fair share of the match well in hand, and The Miz sort of had Jericho, um, but Barrett would come from behind and roll Miz up to pick up the win. I think it was pretty cheap. Um, after that, we had Triple H come out for the contract signing, and Paul Heyman would bring out security, and they would talk about it, and then Triple H attacked Paul Heyman after Paul Heyman was talking about Stephanie McMahon, obviously Triple H's wife. Brock Lesnar would come out with a chair, and Triple H pulled out his trusty sledgehammer, and they would walk away. But they said at WrestleMania it will be Triple H versus Brock Lesnar in a no holds bar match with Triple H's career on the line. So we'll see that. Alright, so that was Raw. And now let's move on to main event. I have the matches right here. I'm gonna start doing that so I can remember them more. And yeah. It started off with Wade Barrett versus R-Truth. Barrett would deliver the bullhammer elbow to R-Truth and pick up the win, as usual. We had the Usos, they used their tag team power to defeat the Primetime Players. And that was main event. And on SmackDown, it started off with Miz TV, Orton and the Celtic Vipers, Randy Orton and Sheamus were the guests, which turned into Big Show also becoming a guest. And they're talking about how Big Show should either be how Big Show could either be a part of the team versus the Shield at WrestleMania or not part of the team. Um, yeah. So, after that, we had Mark Henry versus Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder obviously would lose, and that's what happened. After that, we had Ryback come out right after that match. He would close on Mark Henry out of the ring. Can't wait for that match at WrestleMania. And, yeah. Then after that, we had Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston again. And, Ziggler, would zigzag his way to victory. After a famouser outside of the ring, off of the distraction from Kofi Kingston, a little too full of himself after he jumped out of the ring onto Biggie Langston, and behind him, Dolph Ziggler would do a famouser, push him inside the ring, and zigzag his way into victory. And after that, we had Jack Swagger versus Chris Jericho. Swagger defeat Jericho off of the distraction from Fandango. Fandango would he would kick Chris Jericho in the face. Swagger would do his little swagger bomb. I think that's what it's called, swagger bomb. But anyway, he would do that and he would pin Chris Jericho. Fandango would go on top of the rope. He would come inside the ring, kick Jericho a few more times. Go on the top rope and do a leg drop from the top rope. Is that his finisher? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it is. So I'm predicting that's going to be Chris Jericho versus Fandango at WrestleMania. Uh, that's sort of stupid though, because Fandango he doesn't deserve it because he's a rookie. Obviously, we all know that Fandango is really Johnny Curtis. I noticed it from the beginning when they were doing all those stupid commercials for him and everything. I'm sorry, I was looking down, playing with this little thing right here. It's connected by a string and just keeps on coming back. But anyway, yeah, then it would be Brodus Clay and Tenzai versus Team Rhodes Scholars. That match would end in a no contest. Because the Bellas, who made an appearance on Monday Night, who made a return on Monday Night Raw 2 weeks ago, I think, I'm pretty sure, would fight with Cameron and Naomi. And then it'd be the Celtic Vipers and Big Show against 3MB. They would pick up the win, and the Shield would come out, and they would just have like, all of them were just eyeing each other, getting ready for a fight, but nothing happened. And yeah, that was it. So I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. This has been another vlog from kingabraham2. I'll see you guys later. Remember to comment, and always remember to subscribe if you didn't hear that.